Canal cruising in 2022, we started off in Decize and went through to Digoin. And then when we got to Paray-le-Monial, we had to turn around because one of the canals had collapsed right in front of us. So we had to turn around, retrace our steps, past Decize, past Nevers, all the way up towards Paris, through Montargis, all the way towards the Seine, and then we went up through Paris, stayed a week in Paris, in the marina there, and then decided to head towards the Netherlands. So we followed, this is our route that we followed, all the way through on to the La Sambre, and then Houtmont, Namur, and eventually we ended up in Maastricht and then Roermond.
Season 2 of Canal Cruising on Coral. It's June 20th and tomorrow we're hoping to set off on our journey along the Lateral Allure and then into the Canal du Sang. So we're sitting tonight, boat is ready to roll, and we're in the Decize Marina where we wintered. So in the morning at 9 when the locks open, we'll head down there and through the gates, and meanwhile we're just enjoying a hot night, 31 degrees today, music festival this evening, live music playing there at the hotel, and soon it'll be bedtime.
Extreme weather again. Extreme. Look at this. Wipeout conditions. Wipeout, you can hardly see anything. The wind is whipping everything into an absolute... Look at this. Wow. Wow, look at this. Look at those trees. Amazing. Thunder and lightning. Look at the lightning. Here we are back in Decize with the Coral. It is June the 21st and we are about to set off to Digoin. We just had a major storm last night coming through here, and we're just waiting for the sun to dry a few things before we take off. So today we'll show you what the inside looks like. Ah, Renault. This is our kitchen.
Hello.
What are you up to, Gunnar?
Well, I'm looking at the route for today. So this is our first day back on the canal, so we have to refresh. We're going to leave the lock and go down the Lateral Allure. So we're going to start from Decize today. along the Lateral La Loire south towards Digoin, and then we're going to take the Canal du Centre and head up towards Chalon-sur-Saône for the Saône River.
Okay, that's our kitchen, our lounge, and down here we have our head. It's got a shower in as well if you want to have a shower curtain, and main bedroom. Here we are next to one of the locks that are quite attractive. It's Canal, hanging on for dear life. This is quite a nice little ecclesia residence. Canal's driving the boat.
Are we having fun yet?
Are we having fun yet? You're right.
There's the lock.
Ah, here comes the lock. Okay, cheers. It is July the 4th. We are now in Paray-le-Monial. Halt Nautique, Captain de Vassou, Eric Taberlet. Okay. We spent a couple of days at Digoin. We came through to this lovely spot over here. And we are going to take our bikes and go for an exploration. The overnight rate is €8, including electricity and water. So not too bad. An unusual event. Here we have a Canadian boat coming in. A nice little resting spot under the trees.
So here's just one of so many churches. It's so confusing. So this was the St. Nicholas Church, the parish church, which was in the center of town, surrounded by the markets where all the commodities were sold in this little town. And then during the French Revolution, it was closed down, stopped, and since then the building has known various functions such as a prison, a guard room, townhouse, and today it's used for exhibitions. So in the 15 to 1600s this belonged to a merchant of the town, and he built this facade in Renaissance style. It's very clearly just a facade. And now it is the Hotel de Ville, which means the town hall. It's not a hotel. So the town hall took over here in 1862, according to the brochure. And what we see in these little French towns is every town has a little town hall. And all marriages are posted here. Marriage banns are stuck up for all to see. because according to French law, community marriage bans are still part of what happens. I don't know that current, but something like that. So here you can clearly see on the notice board outside 2 marriages being published, and this is between Marie Martin, Dirigeante de Society, whatever that is, and Anna-Sophie Bois, who's an internal medicine specialist. So this is the visitation chapel where the nun, Mary, hang on, I can never remember her name, Margaret Mary Alacoque, saw a vision of the heart of Jesus. And that's what started the Sacred Heart movement across the world. And she was authenticated and later sainted. And since then, thousands, hundreds of thousands of pilgrims come through this town in honor of her search, of her inspiration. This little town of Paray-le-Monial, probably halfway between the Mediterranean and Paris, is so perfectly clean, tidy, immaculate, quiet. It's quite incredible. And this building, this basilica, dates way back to 900s. And of course it's been flattened and rebuilt, and these 2 towers were built in different eras. It's attached to the order of Cluny, and apparently it's just like the Abbey in Cluny.
Not as ornate as some churches that we've seen.
One can still see the remnants of the monks' gardens in the cloistery next door.
We're now at a little halt, Nautique de Dieu. We have left Paray and we had to turn around because one of the locks in Canal de Centre had collapsed, and it would take about 2 weeks to repair, if not longer. So we've come back towards the seas, and we are going to go up towards Paris this time, and then from Paris we'll see which way we'll take. But anyway, it's quite a nice little spot, and it's about 8 o'clock at night. A quiet, small little spot. Kijk daar. Kijk, we're in a deep lock. This is a canal over the river Allier, which we came over. Some guys camping on the riverside, some guys fishing. Okay, Nor. Okay, come. We came through here yesterday, 2 canals, one after the other. I mean 2 locks. There's the first lock, and we went to the second lock over here. As you can see, it's quite a deep lock. That's a long one. There's our boat over there. Lovely Sunday morning in Goetin.
We're waiting at Paray-le-Monial, and we've been here nearly an hour, longest we've ever had to wait. Oh, here comes the Ecclusier at last. Luckily we had these lovely shady acacia trees. There he comes in his little white van. Thank goodness. Some of these Ecclusiers have to service 2 or 3 locks.
We stopped at this little overnight stop, Paray-le-Monial, and we are now here and we're moving up to Briare. Canal washing her shirt. Beautiful stop. Here we are with 3 boats in the lock. Another boat waiting in the back.
Last night we wild moored here. We were the only boat and sitting here under these lovely maple trees, but of course the sun sets there in the west, and so the tree was on the wrong side. Anyway, we're on the Canal Briare. After a good run yesterday, everyone today is off celebrating Bastille Day. We listened to the fireworks last night and we saw the supermoon. Later we're heading north up there towards Paris, and first the Ronnie Lasset flight of steps, going up, for us going down, down, down. Actually, I'm getting confused. We came up yesterday with a wonderful, helpful Ecclusier, Agathe, who's trying to get into veterinary school, has already been whittled down from 2,000 applicants to 300 and is waiting to hear what next. Yesterday we wanted to swim in this etang. These are the ponds that feed the canal's water, and the Ecclusiers looked doubtful, but she said, yeah, we probably could, but we couldn't.
Beautiful, so early in the morning.
these downstream locks are so easy. They're ready for us, waiting. We just come in and I hit that green button, which I've already done. And look at this pretty little house with the roses and the hibiscus. So cute. No one mans these anymore. Having just left that lock behind, we're going down the 7 locks of Ronnie Lesette, engineered during Henry IV's time. And these are all so close to each other. We literally fly from lock to lock. They're all prepared, waiting for us. They're downstream, so we just glide on to the water level. It's perfect. And I lean over and press a green button, and down we go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. 7 of them. So this one, all of these actually on this stretch, we're dropping 4.2 meters, and the water's coming in gently, making it a very steady descent. We're not even using lines because we're not sharing the lock either with other boats, so we have plenty space. Fishermen with their long lines here as we approach Ronnie. The old set of locks, and then this cute little town. Action! Can go there for a beer, for sure. But now I must hurry and go press Milan, my button. Oi, oi, oi.
Press your button, my darling.
Press my button.
It is now Bastille Day, the 14th of July, and there across the canal is some gathering of people to have some celebration. So we are going to stay here for the evening. It's a beautiful spot, Rodney, and we'll take some more videos later. We are now in Montargis, and this is a really nice town. Nice gardens, beautiful church. There is an old castle in the background over there. That's a beautiful old church.
Left Montargis, where plane trees were planted in the 1749, we read in the guidebook. So pretty. Driver's license?
No, not well. They look at the boat and think, not many stars on this boat, so just assume that they know what they're doing. But have they got the basic minimum? If you fall overboard, will you drown? Because these are big locks.
Oh yeah. So you got to have your
When you go,
No, tell me more.
when you go locking in Holland, right? There's none of this. The industrial guys go first. It's who's got the fastest boat and fastest engine, and you just ram your way in, and the guy with 30 tons behind you has to sort of squeeze you out the way like they don't tie up.
Really?
They don't tie up. We had what was that? We went on that cruise. The kids we found a beach, freshwater lake with a beach, and to get in we actually had to
Can't remember.
A huge barge coming through.
And I think the rhetoric has got to focus on people who are deliberately trying to play the system rather than punishing people for making innocent mistakes. Keith, thanks. As we're not going to still keep on this transparency. We've had a 10 tax chambers coming up to the news while we're talking cash, aren't we? £15 million worth of funding to try and combat the migrant crossing crisis, whatever you want to call it, across the English Channel. This was Boris Johnson addressing the state in April. £50 million.
Rowing, all these rowers among these massive barges that are coming through. Unbelievable. Look at this. Crazy up front. Huge boats. Coach boats speeding along towards these rowers. And these massive barges and Rowers getting a bit panicky here, and a fisherman on his tire as this barge cruises through, and everyone seems to be a bit yelling at each other there. So he's bringing his car, as they do. There's another little fisherman on his tire here on the Seine. And here comes a hotel boat. Boat coming through. Bye! Hello! Hello!
They're doing the exercises.
Look at them doing their aerobics. Oh, I love it. Hello! Hello, everybody! They're always so friendly. And there's the crew. Hello! Oh, very cute. It's Paris in front. Coach boat of these rowers goes speeding by. He doesn't even have a life jacket on. Looks like he wants his fleecing. And all these rowers competing with these barges, and look at that single rowing woman. We can't even catch up to her. Petrol boat.
We have a big boat coming in right behind us. Big barge. We're on our way to Paris. This is the third lock on the Seine that we're in right now. We have been following that peniche over there, or barge, and just tucking in behind him every time. We have another 15 kilometers to go before we stop for the day. Whoops, there's a train going by. There we go. "7 a.m. early morning on the Seine, on our way to Paris. We should get there by early afternoon."
ending on the locks. Barges, barges everywhere. Some abandoned, some liveaboard, some still used. This liveaboard has decided she wants to overtake us, and it is her right because she is commercial. Here comes her wake. I'm gonna sit down. Wow. Guess she's carrying wine to Paris from the Burgundy, right?
There are so many boats in this lock at the moment, as you can see. Look.
We're 8 days out of the Canal to get into the Paris marina.
Kan niks hoor nie.
Poor. We're very close to Paris. Oh boy, this is getting exciting as they start their engines and the... Boy, interesting. Chinatown. As we get closer to Paris. Wow. Interesting, this Chinatown area. And down there is the Marne, the big river Marne, which we're not going to take because today we're heading under this bridge towards Paris, and we're just about to see the 2 Nelson Mandela bridges. I have to get my chart. There's our team that we traveled with today, Summer and Bourgogne. These two are the Nelson Mandela bridges. Nelson Mandela Amont and Amal, up and downstream. Urban soccer. Now this bridge is the Paray-le-Monial, which means going upstream, the ring road bridge. Now we have the VHF on channel 10 to monitor. Oh, and there's barges being loaded under those iconic buildings. I should know their names, but I've forgotten. Bridge. Beautiful one. Head office. Après de Bourgogne. Big moment here, arriving at the Paris Arsenal Arena. delighted to see the gate opening.
Open now, can we go in?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we're in the Arsenal in Paris. This is where we are. There's our boat. We came in at about 1:30 this afternoon after leaving our previous stop at 7 in the morning and going through 5 locks into the Arsenal. Now we are. There's the Bastille. Over there. Right in front of our boat we have bathrooms, showers, washing machine. A party going on in that boat. Well, this is a happening place. Porte Plaisance de Arsenal in Paris. Bastille. Yeah, just one of the peasants coming through.
Yeah,
On the little boat.
tub.
Little tub windward, you know. It's a beautiful boat.
Young people.
Mm.
There's cliff. Notre Dame over there in the background.
Party boat. One tourist bus after the next going through. And there they have a beach on the side of the river. Wat zei je? Ja. Ja, maar je moet betalen zeker om daar te zitten. Kom, wil je daar zitten? Oké.
This is the Paris plages. Some mayor many years ago decided he needed to create beach places for the Parisians stuck in the city center, not able to flee to the countryside during the hot summer months. So this morning we watched minions rushing out with all these umbrellas and chairs and just setting it up all around the Seine, and they do it all around the city for people to come and enjoy. And there's a lady in her bikini enjoying.
We're in the Museum d'Orsay. The Prussian War.
Leaving Paris this morning, Saturday the 29th. Oh my god, there's an aeroplane also leaving Paris. Down, the 30th, I've been corrected. And we're behind a Swiss and a Dutch boat. That's the Hotel de Ville, which is the town. These iconic, beautiful bridges and buildings. And Captain, give us a smile. Come on. We're dutifully wearing our life jackets this morning. And there's the Notre Dame. The beautiful Rosé just for justice and everything else. Which one is this?
The Rosé from the Canal. Tuileries are just behind these trees here. We're in a place called Compine. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but Compine, and there's the lady of the house.
It's market day today. We have to go to the market.
And we're going off to the market to see what we can buy.
And just over the road is the barge where you put your fuel.
My skat is hier so. This is called the flamboyant Gothic style, Louis XII. Compiègne. What? Where are we now again?
In Compiègne or something. And I've just been in the Office of Tourism, and the palace is open until 5:15. It's 10 minutes walk here, and then there's a whole deportation museum as well that I want to go look at.
Here we are in the church started to build in 1298. Over there you can see where they've cleaned it compared to the older section. Amazing, very ancient church. What?
Joan of Arc, I just read, prayed here on the morning of her capture in 1430. This is the Saint Jacques Church, Saint Jacques. Yeah, amazing. Before she fell into the hands of the Burgundians.
Napoleon's Library. Napoleon's Library. The music salon in this palace.
bedroom was the most richly decorated room of the sovereign's apartment. The iconography plays on the theme of abundance. He alludes to fecundity, a virtue expected from a new wife. Look at the European Paray-le-Monial. Between the mirrors and the windows, they form a series of 6 paintings with a 4-season theme. To the left you can find the autumn and summer, while to the right is autumn and winter. Unfortunately, fecundity and spring, which were placed between the windows, were lost in 1870. These representations personify the season and make it back to antiquity, just like the sun when the figures just past the morning center, dawn changed the music of the autumn and flashing day.
Additional information on the furniture.
The furniture is essentially from Jacques de Montel, famous cabinet maker from the Empire. He provided the group of gilded wood furniture, such as the bed, statues, and chairs. This section does not contain commentary.
In the Empress Marie-Louise's Grand Salon. This salon's decor and furnishing was completely renovated in 1809, but its general architecture dates back to the 18th century. At the time, the room was the Grand Salon of the Dauphine Marie-Joseph de Saxe, Louis XVI's mother. Look at the over-door panel. They're classicizing figures of Minerva, Juno, Flora, Ceres, Hebe, and Diana celebrate the feminine virtues and watch over the ceremonial taking place in this large reception room. As for the green marble and granite fireplace, notice this fine bronze caryatide.
It's close. Okay.
Coming to the end of a day, and here is an ancient abbey in Belgium under which we might find somewhere to tie up. Had a long run today, nearly 10 hours of locks. Very busy commercial locks. We were in with 6 boats together, went very well, and now we're looking for somewhere to tie up. This is not very conducive to pleasure boating here in the heartland of industrial Belgium. We were hoping for a little spot here, but darn, a huge hotel barge thing is in taking the spot we had hoped to get under this ancient abbey. So now what? Don't know. Not a clue. Well, you can rent him, have a party if you like. And this is a cute little town about 10 kilometers away from Namur, which is where we are headed next.
We have overnighted in Belgium in a place called Lobes. Lots of duck poop everywhere. Also one of those struggling cities or towns. There go our neighbors. We're about to take off. Wow, look at all this duck poop. It's like running through a minefield.
Here we are on La Haute Saam Belge, a river leading east up towards the Netherlands. Because of water shortages, we're all bunched together, 3 into a lock, smaller locks these. So it's very tight, but hair-raising. We're now flying our Belgium flag, and fishermen ahead as always, cyclists, and we're following these 2 Belgian boats. Waiting for this drawbridge up front to open, so we 3 boats can nudge in here in Abbey sur Orne, whatever that might mean.
We're in Landrussy. Peaches or apples? Now we have to wait for the drawbridge to go up. We're in Belgium. This is where the Meuse and the Sambre come together. Just stopped to do a bit of grocery shopping. Just finished with the Sambre today. There on top of the hill is the citadel, built in the 1700s. Interesting place. And we're going to take off again. There are these funny ducks over here, never seen before. It's funny, guys. This is the nuclear power plant we're passing right now.
Well, are they going to squeeze us in here behind next to Odin? Odin, isn't that? Yeah. Or not. Jockeying for position with these barges. So now 3 are going into that big industrial inclusion. Are we going to fit in or not? What's happening here as we fly our Belgian flag? Look at all these barges trying to get into this. It's nearly 6 o'clock. Another one. Oh, they're all rushing through because it's nearly 6 o'clock. And these places close at 7. Oh well, who knows? We want to get a new boat and call it Not a Clue.
Well, we never were able to enter this lock because there are too many boats in there, and we unfortunately were nice to give the people ahead of us, even though we were here first, we said, okay, you guys can go along, and well, we couldn't get in, so it doesn't pay to be nice. We are in this marina for the evening, just outside the power station, the nuclear power station in Hoyt.
On the Meuse River in Belgium, where barges rule, and barges do what barges are meant to do, they barge. And these used to be the biggest locks, but as you can see now, they're under construction. They're building even bigger because the barges are even bigger, and these are now called the Grand Gabarit style, I gather. And we've just squeezed in here, petit bateau, there's the lock keeper, and one of the little barges ahead of us, not even a double, not even a very big one. There's the captain looking pretty calm. And all is well. We're very close. These deep locks have either bollards in the wall or a floating bollard, which is a huge help. Otherwise you have to work with lines that are way too long. And look at the length of this.
This is the view from the top of the 374 steps in Liège, with a view over the city. And Gaynor, nearly at the top.
I'm at the top.
Come on, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run.
I heard there were Belgian waffles at the top.
Okay, well, we're going to get some now. We are now in the last lock before we go to Maastricht. And this one drops 15 meters. That boat just got in, and now we are ready to go.
Last lock in Belgium, a Blene 13.98. We're sinking, floating bollard. It's actually the easiest and the biggest lock we've ever done. Out that gate, 1 kilometer. Our last lock in Belgium, the very big Lenne, and then heading into the Netherlands. Belgium into the Netherlands. Wow. Well, these are the big guys waiting to come and go.
We're in the Canal Juliana on our way to Roermond. Next to Roermond is Herten, on which we're going to moor for the evening. We've just spent a few days in Maastricht and now we're on these wide, beautiful canals in the Netherlands.
We've come today from that church over there where our marina is, over the bridge to one of the beach clubs that they have here on the River Mars News. And it's €6 for the day. People come here, tie up on their boats, and then you can enjoy all the facilities of the lovely white beach sand and the terrace up there, and pretend you're at a beach somewhere. Yes, you are at a beach. Here we are cycling over the bridge between Roermond and Herten, and just looking across at the abundance of marinas and lakes. Apparently a lot of these lakes were initially gravel, and when the gravel was hollowed out they became the Maasplassen. Looking down there towards Maasbracht and into Herten and Herten. And this is where the people have their boats, just in front of their houses, on every little stream or river. So interesting.
Oh, there you see.